So I took delivery of my new torch, the Nitecore SRT9, and I'm a bit of a fan of the Nitecore torches. I usually run I was running an MH20, which is a very, very small design. It'll put out 1,000 lumens of light. It's got some great mode settings, really handy for pest inspections. And but I've been looking at the SRT9 for a while for several advantages that it had over the MH20. It is a bit larger than it. It weighs about 224 grams, but that's still, not a heavy weight. It's not an uncomfortable weight in your hand. As you can see, it's not a huge size and very easily gripped. It just feels really good. It's a really strong design, and it has multi-uses. What I really like about it, the difference between this and the MH20 is the MH20 has the on-off switch up the side here where my thumb is, and it cycles through the modes through the on-off switch as well. The only problem with that is if you've got the torch off and you're turning it back on, you've got to cycle back through to the light setting that you want. So if you do want that 500 lumens or up to the 1,000 lumens, you've got to cycle through it. If you do hit it too quickly, it'll go into its beacon modes and strobe modes. But anyway, what I like about the SRT9 is it's got an on-off switch at the tail here, which turns it on or off and kind of puts it in standby mode. You'll see it's got a little indicator here that flashes to tell you that it's actually turned on. Draining very, very little battery when it's in standby mode. It does have a excuse me, it does have a tail stand, so if you're on a roof void such as I am at the moment, you can put it up there. You want to give it light up the area that you're in. And one of the things I like about it the most is it actually has different colored lights within it as well. It's not just the white light. So the way of cycling through your different modes and lights is what they've called the smart ring selector. So the smart ring selector here, it actually clicks in between modes and it just feels really nice. You can actually leave it wherever you want it, and when it comes to the white light, it goes from completely off and you slide it around. It slides really, really nicely, and the intensity of the light will increase until it gets to the end of that mode. And let me just give you an example of that. So you should see by the indicator light when the torch is in standby mode. Now, because of the way it grips in the hand, your fingers just naturally fall onto the smart ring selector. And as I slowly turn that smart ring selector, the intensity of the light increases. Now this torch is more than double the intensity of the MH20. It'll go to 2,150 lumens. It'll stay on that brightness. Very rarely do you need that brightness, but it'll stay on that brightness for half an hour. As you cycle down, if you get around to about the 1,000 lumens mark, it'll go there for about 2 hours, and well, that's about 1,000 there for about 2 hours, and it's amazing the amount of light it gives. Now you compare that to my Nitecore HC60 1000 lumen headlamp. Now I'll just turn this on. And that's the 1,000 lumens, and here comes the 2150 across the beam of the 1,000 lumen headlamp. You see that massive difference. And just finally, the other light settings that it has is ultraviolet. So great for if you're looking for urine stains, up in a roof void or subfloor or the like. What else can we light up with that? Then you've got your red light, good for night inspections, if you're doing night inspections for rodents and the like. It's quite bright actually, it's quite good. Then you've got your green light, which is good for hunting, and the coloured lights are much easier on your eyes as well of a night time, more so than the white light. You've got your blue. Blue's good for picking up blood and the like. Not that I'm going to pick up any here, but anyway. And my favourite, the pretend to pull someone over, emergency red and blue lights. Gee, you could get in a bit of trouble with that one, couldn't you? And obviously it has its beacon modes and strobe modes at the other end as well. So all in all, fantastic torch. I'm very happy with it. It takes two 18650 batteries, which I just charge overnight in the Nitecore charger, and comes with a great belt holster. I don't know if you can really see that. It's quite durable, fits on the belt nicely, sits comfortably, and there you have it. That's the Nitecore SRT9. It's pretty much my go-to at the moment. I imagine it will be for a while. I would probably only add to my toolkit the MH23, which is probably about 2/3 the length of that and puts out 1800 lumens, and off one 18650 battery for a good hour or so. When you go down to the lower settings, which we really use the lower settings on our inspections, you know, I can expect to get a good 2 or 3 hours easily out of a charge. So there you have it. Hope you enjoyed.